Hello, everyone. This is Debra Smith coming back to you today with my Wednesday food for thought. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Wednesday. And I'm going to get right into this quote. Like I said before, these are the past 2 weeks have been the weeks that the kids are going back to school. So I thought last week I did a quote about children, and this week will be the last week I will do a quote about children. The quote is, instead of raising children who turn out okay despite of their childhood, let's raise children who turn out extraordinary because of their childhood. Let me read that one more time. Instead of raising children who turn out okay despite of their childhood, let's raise children who turn out extraordinary because of their childhood. And this quote is by L.R. I can't see that writing. North, look like. But anyway, the quote is very true and very powerful because I know everyone a lot of time have heard people say, well, they turned out okay despite of where they came from and how their childhood was. But that was because no one was teaching them that they could go way further and do better because of their childhood and where they lived and the things that went on in their life. We should always teach children, and I've always tried to teach my children to do better than to rise above better than how they grew up, to even do better than I did, to accomplish much more, to want more. Where you live and doesn't define how your life will come out. Just because you've lived in poverty or in the ghetto or whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean that you can't one day grow up to be great and to be rich and to be a help to other people and to inspire. Your childhood and where you live and how you was raised will not define unless you allow it to do that. And we should always teach our children to rise above their circumstances. I know my son said to me, my middle son, he's a jailer here at the correctional center in my town. And it was a young man that he knew from back when they were little growing up. And he was like, man, you work here? And he was like, yeah, I work here. And he was like, no, you don't work here. You from the hood like I am. And he said, what do that mean? It was like he couldn't fathom that he was in jail, that my son couldn't do something with his life and become different and make a difference because he came from the hood as well. And I said, that was just horrible thinking. I said, I wish I had been there to try to give him some pointers about life, because that was why he was locked up, because evidently, his parents and no one taught him that he could rise above his circumstances and he could go for something better and something greater as well, and to make a difference in this world. Like I said, where you live and how you live and what you had to deal with when you were little can only hold you back if you allow it. So I hope today that parents, I know most of you all know this, but if it's someone that hadn't thought of that, please inspire your children to rise above how they grew up, their childhood, that they can be great. They can be anything that they want to be in this world. They just got to want it. So I thought this was a powerful quote and a good quote for them going back to school, because school is knowledge. They're being instilled, hopefully, at their school, that they can rise above their circumstances. If they get an education and go to college, they can do whatever they want to do. So I just thought this was a great quote to bring today, fitting for children going back to school. And I hope that you all have enjoyed this quote. Like I say, I hope that this is something that you're doing with your children. And until my next video, everyone, please stay blessed.